Good afternoon. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Miles. Hope you've been doing well. Happy New Year. We made it. 2021. Nothing like 2020, right? Everything's better now. Like, everything's fine. I mean, I got a new chair. The arms flip up so I can sit and play guitar without having to sit all the way up at the end of my chair, trying to avoid the arms and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the new plugin from Neural DSP, the Archetype GOJIRA. It's interesting when it comes to Neural DSP because whenever I get one of their plugins, after I get it on my computer and I start trying to play my guitar through it, using the different amps and everything, my brain tricks itself into believing that my guitar has never sounded better until today when I first started using one of their plugins. And that everything I've ever played and recorded prior to now has sounded terrible. And just everyone around me has not been honest enough with me to let me know that I sound terrible. Which I would hope is not the actual case, but it certainly says a lot about the quality of the plugins that Neural DSP has been churning out. And this one that we're going to be checking out today, I'd have to say is probably one of their best. To me, when it comes to the Archetype series, it seems that Neural DSP is trying to put together almost like a highlight reel of all the best qualities and things that are familiar about a given artist or group. And when it came to a band like GOJIRA, they certainly had their work cut out for them between the two guitar players. Certainly GOJIRA is known for their brutal, distorted tones on their guitars, but there's also a lot of stuff going on as far as clean guitar and also just effect-drenched ambient soundscapes made by the guitars. But in my opinion, Neural DSP really did a great job in terms of the variables they put together to make this plugin what it is today. The selection of amps, cabs, effects, and all the other variables that go into this plugin and make it what it is allow you to get a great sound no matter what combination of effects and amps and cabs you use. And honestly, overall, this is Neural DSP's best plugin yet, in my opinion. But let's break it down into sections and check out the individual components that make this plugin what it is. One of the things that I've noticed lately is that Neural DSP seems to be making an effort to incorporate other components into their plugins aside from just great sounding amps and cabs. And one of the things that really drew me in when I first heard about this plugin when it was first announced is the incorporation of a pitch section. In this case, we have two new welcomed additions to the Archetype layout in the form of the Wow pedal and the Oct. The Wow pedal is a whammy style pitch bending pedal that is MIDI programmable and it has 3 separate modes of operation. Now you don't have to have this, but if you have a MIDI foot controller, you can assign that to this pedal and you can physically move your foot on the pedal to automate motion within the pedal on the plugin, which is pretty dope. Both of these pitch effects track really well, and really it doesn't matter what tuning you're in, whether you're playing guitar or bass, you're going to get an awesome sound from both of these guys. So now on to the preamp effects. So we got our usual suspects as far as overdrive and distortion, but in addition to that, we also have phaser and chorus. I don't know for sure because I don't actually have all of Neural DSP's plugins, but I'm almost certain that this is the first instance where a modulation effect is a standalone modulation effect rather than just simply a feature included on the delay in the time effect section of one of their plugins. So that's pretty cool, and it definitely offers some more versatility and just the ability to give a different characteristic to the sound that you're trying to put together. And now it's on to the amps. Up first on our list is the Clean amp, which by the name you could probably guess is great at delivering clean tones. However, because it's modeled after a vintage tube amp, it's also capable of delivering some natural sounding tube saturation, as well as serving as a great pedal platform for the other effects that are built into this plugin. So that's phaser, right? Yeah, the phaser's on, the yeah, that's the distortion, distortion. We've got the whammy pedal on, and there's delay and reverb. The shimmer is on the reverb. But the shimmer, it's good because like it's darker than the shimmer that's on the Corey Wong reverb, which has got more of a brighter tonality to it. But this is darker, and so like you could do more notey things, and it's not gonna intrude on it. Like you can have a prominent reverb on your signal chain without it drowning out everything. So that's cool. I like that. Yeah, I like this. I like it a lot. Yeah, no, it sounds awesome. So what we got going on here is the use of the whammy pedal and the octave as well. There's a couple of different ways you could set this thing, but I imagine this is going for an 2 octaves higher. Yeah. Okay, and that's an octave below. So that's cool. We also got the phaser. And as far as like the polyphonic quality of like the whammy pedal, it's got the glitchiness of like one of the older whammy models, which I kind of like. I kind of like that sort of like strain that exists in between some of the notes as it tries to find the pitch of it. I think it's cool. But still, with chords overall, it sounds really good. So that's our phaser, and then on the tail end, we got the reverb, no shimmer. EQ is all over the place. And yeah, cool. I dig it a lot. So this is the Spacey Clean, and you'll notice that we've got a different cab than what would normally be paired with this specific cab. So you can, like, they're all linked up to their own specific cabs that are matched for them, for the amps, but you can unlink them and interchange, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's see what we got going on here for Spacey Clean. Like, the clean amp sounds really good, and with the addition of the delay and the reverb, it's just got a really nice tonality to it. Especially when you're playing on a very low tuned guitar. I like that all the Archetype series plugins that I've used so far, and I imagine this is across the board with all of them, but like with all of them, it's not just geared towards one specific genre of music, one type of playing on guitar or bass. And yeah, it's great. So like no matter which one you get, you can still kind of cater to whatever style of music that you're playing with the features that they include with each of these plugins. Like with these amp models and effects and the cabs, everything that's included here, it's not geared strictly towards metal, and you can do like Pink Floyd style stuff, or even just like bluesy things in general. Yeah, I think that's great. It's definitely worth the money just for that. okay. This has got very sort of like classic rock vibe going on. It's not trying to be too over the top. Yeah. Up next, Rust. I'm guessing as the middle amplifier, this is supposed to serve as the crunch amp, and it certainly has the ability to deliver crunch tones. It can do that and do it very well. However, it's capable of so much more. I'm pretty sure the default setting that the plugin opens up with is with the Rust amp, and it's an immediate punch to the face. It's so brutal, and there's just so much saturation. But in addition to all that, there's also clarity to it as well, which the combination of high gain and clarity, typically it's hard to come by. It's hard to find that. But this amp does it well. It's a great amp. I love it. Yeah, no, I think this is good for like rhythm guitar stuff if you're just doing a lot of sort of like chordy things. Cause like it definitely fits more into the sort of crunch category as far as the amount of saturation and sustain on your notes. But it's super clear. It's not muddy at all. Which I think is so awesome, considering that I'm playing in such a low register anyway. It's also worth noting that all three of these amps visually look incredible. The amount of detail that went into making these amplifiers visually what they are, in addition to how they sound. I mean, the visual for everything in this plugin overall is incredible. And if I could get the Rust amp in real life, within a heartbeat, I'd get it. Because it looks cool, but also sounds great too. So, nice job, guys. Up next, Hot. So this amp is super high gain and is going to serve really well when it comes to your leads, especially if you throw some delay on there as well. It sounds great. It's good for rhythm stuff as well. And just overall, great amp. There's nothing to really critique. It's great. I love it. For all my Saint Anger buddies out there. I really like how this one sounds. with this lower register that I'm currently playing in. Like, you're getting the depth of the lower notes, but you're also getting the clarity of the higher notes that are incorporated into the chords I'm playing. It just sounds so full. The one thing I will say is that a lot of the presets, they seem very bright. Got more higher frequencies in terms of prominence. And I'm saying that just in comparison to like the Spacey Archetype. And I think that's because the guitar in this instance is probably being perceived as an instrument that's going to be accompanying bass and vocals, as opposed to where it would be instrumental and simply 2 8-string guitars like it would be in Animals as Leaders. But overall, everything sounds really dope. I'm loving it. I'm loving it to the highest extent of love. I gotta say that one of the best things that I found in regards to this plugin so far, aside from just the general sound, is the fact that when you click on the tuner, it automatically mutes your signal, which is not even an option on the Spacey plugin. And with the Corey Wong, you have to manually mute it. And with the amount of playing that I've been doing from home, because I've been teaching from home on like Zoom or whatever, it's amazing how much of a important aspect muting my guitar has become, that like I didn't think about it before until like I had to go through all these extra steps in order to have that sort of clarity where I'm tuning and I'm listening to a student talk to me over my computer speakers and I can still hear what they're saying. Never mind it being integral to a live setting. But yeah, that was one of the first things that I noticed when I turned this thing on. And yeah, it's perfect. I'm so happy about it. And as far as EQ is concerned with each of these amps, they have their own EQ sections on the face of the amp, but they also come with a separate 9-band EQ as well. As far as cabs are concerned, there's 3 separate cabs paired for each of the amplifiers, but you can certainly unlink them from those amps and interchange them with different amplifiers to get different combinations. And in addition to that, you have 6 virtual mics you can interchange and mix and match and move position in front of the speakers as well to get different sounds. And you can upload your own IRs. So there's almost too much flexibility, but it's really hard to get a bad sound from what is available in this plugin already. And just like with all the other Neural DSP plugins, this works as a standalone app as well. It doesn't have to be integrated with a digital audio workstation. You can use it on its own and it'll sound just as great. So that's pretty dope. So there's a lot of effect heavy presets that you could choose from within this plugin. This one using both pitch effects along with the overdrive, phaser, and chorus, both. Really heavy drop in the high end on the EQ, and both delay and reverb. And you can make your own that are better suited to your need, but you know, like, I just think it's really cool that they included all these effects, and these combinations work so well together within the plugin. So yeah, let's check this one out. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's like dark hallway. Yeah, these are the kinds of things that are really good for, like, if you're building a sort of atmospheric presentation with your guitar tone. You're trying to create, like, a wash of sound beneath, like, something else that's going on, whether it be vocals or another guitar line. This is great. This one's called Classic Whammy, so obviously we got the whammy pedal going on here, and it looks to be set for, like, I guess it's or it's on the Fatso, which is just another sort of octave feature, it seems like. But I could be wrong. It could be, nope, it was on, okay, so it's on Fatso, and yeah. Got that going. Some phaser. I like that the phaser's only one knob too, by the way. Like, there's no level effect or anything like that. It's just rate, and that's it. Going to the clean amp. Not a lot going on as far as the EQ, except we have a huge drop off down here. And as far as other effects, we have the delay, panning. So cool. Yeah, I really dig the whammy effect that they've included in here. It just sounds really good. It sounds like legit. So I guess the other thing that I don't know, I can't really say it's a drawback. I mean, I guess for me it might be, but, like, I'm also just a simple kind of guy. But there are so many presets on this one plugin, and that might not be a bad thing. I think that it's catering to a very expansive list of needs, from, you know, Stratocaster all the way to, like, 8 or 9 string guitar, as far as what's going to be suitable based on the artists who made these presets. So there's just a lot of them, and yeah, I don't know. I guess I could see that being potentially overwhelming to some, but this is also my second day with it, so I think I'll be okay. I think I'm gonna make it, guys. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So this is like, wow. Yeah, that's the CKY setting. Cool. That is wild. And it goes on forever. It's so crazy. So we've got like infinite delay. Infinite. An infinite reverb. It just goes on for so long. It's crazy. But like if you were putting together an intro for a song where you wanted to have like sort of like a keyboard synth thing going on, but you don't have a keyboard, this would be the preset to use. It sounds so good. I love it. Alright guys, well hopefully this has given you a good idea of what to expect from the Archetype GOJIRA from Neural DSP. I've been having a lot of fun with this plugin and just exploring the different sounds and presets that are available. And for 160 bucks, you get a whole lot of stuff for not a lot of money. But if you're still not convinced, go over to neuraldsp.com and do a 14-day trial of the actual plugin. You won't be disappointed. But other than that guys, that's all I got for you for today. I thank you for checking the video out. I hope you found it to be informative. If you like what I'm doing here and you haven't already, hit the like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Stick around. I got more stuff that I'm going to be having come out in the next couple weeks. And I don't want you to miss it. So subscribe. Do it. Do it. And if you like seeing videos like these and you'd like to support the channel further in order to make these sorts of videos possible, I'll leave a link for my Patreon down below. And over there you can check out all the sweet perks that come along with your contributions. And with that guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next video. Keep playing. Peace.